Hello and welcome to another episode. I am Adeoluwa, and in this episode, I want to talk about something that has been on my mind for a very long time, but for some reason I just felt compelled to really speak out about it today, and this is allow your celebrities to live. Allow your celebrities to be human. Allow your favorite anybody you've seen on TV before or on your phone before. If you've seen anybody on your phone or on your TV before, allow them to be human. Because I noticed that a lot of times when anybody shows their face on the screen and we watch them more than once, we somehow, some people, oh, I don't want to say some people because it would seem like I am throwing shade. So let me just make it a we, even though I don't do this thing. I do not do it, mind you. But I'll just say we so that you would, you would not go on the defensive. This is not to shame anybody. This is just to plead. This is a plea, actually. A lot of times when we see anybody on TV, we subconsciously, we consign them to unrealistic. We consign them to not real. We consign them to a living robot status, somebody who is not real, right? And so we see everything they do as make believe, right? That no, people always say things that don't believe everything you see on social media and all of that. And sometimes I think that is a double-edged sword. I understand what they're saying, that don't believe what you see on social media because, some people come to show a life that is not real, just to get engagement or get more views and all of that and to eventually get endorsement. However, those who say this is why I say it's a double-edged sword, and we need to really be careful to say what we really mean rather than just pick something, some abstract thing somewhere, say it, and that is not what we really meant, but we're just trying to shade some people. And instead of us to be specific, like, look, there are some people, but then we now come and say something like, don't believe everything you see on social media. And then you that is saying it, you came to social media to say that. So when you say don't believe everything you see on social media, on what grounds do I believe you who just said that? You are on social media, right? Why should I believe you? Do you understand what I am saying right now? And so people end up shooting themselves in the leg when they say things they really don't mean, like they mean something else. Maybe they are envious of somebody or somebody has done something they don't like and they're trying to punish that person or to seek vengeance against that person. So they just throw out a blanket statement, and eventually that thing comes back to bite them. More often than not, it does come back to bite them because then maybe they feel that they will never be in that position. And then life happens. They find themselves being at the center of social media or being at the center of the very thing that they have, made a trap for other people. And then they walk into that same trap. And then they are now complaining, So you shouldn't always, because some people have made it does not mean that made it to the screen or made it to the place where people can hear them does not mean you will never get there. If not you, your loved ones will. And if you have thrown stones from a glass house, you are shattering your own safe haven. So when some of us, a lot of us, we look, anybody we see on screen, we'll be like, we see them as beyond reality, out of reality. We now begin to see ourselves as more real than them. So when they tell us things, we'll be like, well, you don't know how it is in my life. And, they're living their lives as you are living yours. It doesn't make you or them any less real. So sometimes we exalt our own realism, decrease their own humanity. That is the reality of on-screen people, media people, people who are famous. Reduce, like the more famous they are, the less human we see them. And I think that is probably one of a lot of things that happened with celebrities, and we wonder why some of them don't live long. I mean, long life is what a lot of us pray for, and not everybody sometimes gets it because of accidents and some things like that. But sometimes some of them die of drug abuse. They abuse something, either drugs or medication or depression or something, because they cannot have a social life that we all take for granted, right? Which is one of the reasons why I kind of prefer to, I don't have a problem with showing my face out there that much. Like, I'm not very, very, I'm not extreme when it comes to, I'm indifferent or neutral, but I am more careful about showing my face out there, because I'm not sure I'm ready. I might say nobody will see me and all of that, but I'm not sure I'm ready for all of the dehumanization that comes with being a known face, right? I'm not certain I'm ready for that, But that being said, when we see actors and actresses or entertainers or influencers or people who are known faces, especially in the entertainment industry or in the beauty industry or in the fashion industry, let's remember there are people like us. Do you understand? Don't dehumanize them. Don't take away their humanity, because it's in our hands, really. And notice that a lot of them confirm this when they are interviewed and they ask what is the downside of being famous, and they start with, they can't complain, they thank everybody for being a fan and everything, but they would love to really have a time when they can go out and not be recognized, where they can go out and do things like every one of us do, buy your favorite street food without being mocked, even if it's good intentioned. Eat anywhere. Some of them have to go to expensive places to eat, because that is where they can have a level of peace, where nobody is going to like crash in on them and say, oh my God, you are so and so. I understand the enthusiasm, but thank God for social media. Let's keep our love for their works, our love for what they do, or our disdain for what they do. Let's keep it on social media and keep it there. Once you go off social media, everybody should please go back to their real lives. Even if you know people, unless you have an appointment to meet with them, just say hi and go. I've seen known faces, actors, actresses, real life. Like, I was just walking down the street or, and all of that. I just saw them like, wow, this is this person. But I just got a grip and kept it moving, because these people, they have, I don't know why we have to say this, but obviously we have to say this. They have a life. Excuse me. They have a life that they need to live. Being able to mix with people that don't know them is therapeutic for them, and it helps them function better. It helps them live better. It's good for their mental health and their emotional health. Yes, they do have mental and emotional health to take care of. Again, let's not take away their humanity as their punishment, in quotes, for daring to be famous. A lot of them didn't ask to be famous. They just wanted, they were just doing their job, and so many people ended up watching them, seeing them, and that's how they became a known face. That is not a reason to, quote and unquote, punish them by taking their humanity and their realism away from them. And that's one of the things I think Meghan Markle went through, Prince Harry's wife. I think that's one of the things she went through, the fact that, some people would say the word entertainer as if it's a dirty word. They call her entertainer as if entertainer is a dirty word. But you watch entertainers, right? So if it's such a dirty thing, why are you spending your precious time, your real time, your non-narcissistic time watching a narcissist? Like, doesn't that smell of hypocrisy somewhere? Doesn't that smell of, jealousy somewhere? Where you don't rate people, but you watch them. You even pay money to watch them. But then they all of a sudden live a, how dare they, normal, in quote, life. And then you're bothered about that. You're worried about that. You are like, oh, they're not real. They're acting. When people say things like, oh, remember Meghan Markle is an actress. And I'm thinking, are you freaking kidding me right now? What does that even have to do with anything? I don't know why they think that actors, for me personally, I think actors, entertainers, they are most of the time the most real people out there, because they live a life of, their job is a life of make-believe. And so they depend on something that is real and tangible, a tangible real life, to actually, for their own health and their well-being. So imagine they're trying to, live the life as they normally live it. And all of a sudden, yeah, that's how it feels like. All of a sudden, people are bringing their work to their personal time. Look at it. I would think like all of us are working. Imagine when you are off duty. You're not working. You're off duty. You're trying to spend time with your family and friends. And then a customer comes and tells you, oh my God, I need this thing done. And you're trying to explain to that person that, look, I'm so sorry, but I can't work with you now because I am obviously, as you can see, with family and friends. I'm trying to, this is my personal time. Can we continue this when I get back to work? And then that customer comes on social media and then starts to scream about how proud and arrogant some celebrities are, or how proud and arrogant you are. And then people take it. Sometimes we should walk in these people's shoes. Sometimes we all have jobs. What we see them as, that was their job, and they've done it. The moment the credit rolls, that this is the end of the serial, this is the end of the movie, their job ended there. So when you see them, not from behind your screen, but in real life, understand that they are entitled to their privacy and the peace of mind. So if you are a fan, just say hello. And whether they respond or not, keep it moving. Just like you don't feel like greeting people sometimes and you just want to go and buy your toothpaste and come back home in peace. Or you just want to go and buy your food and come back home in peace. Sometimes you don't feel like greeting anybody. It doesn't mean you're a proud person or an arrogant person. You just don't feel like it. And people who know you well, you understand? People who know you well, they'll even be the one to greet you because they know that you're always... And sometimes they'll be like, are you okay? And you'll be like, I'm fine. I'm just not feeling myself. And they'll be like, oh, that's okay. But they don't go on social media. You who always greet them like 24/7. But that one day you did not say hello or didn't respond. Or you told them to please leave you alone. You would like to be alone. We all behave like we don't like to be alone. Then the same us who cherish our privacy will now go online and start to talk about how somebody did not allow you to intrude in their personal space. You are robbing these people of being human. It's a human thing to want to not talk to people. It's a human thing. So do not take their humanity away from them, because it makes you a very mean person. It makes you a wicked person when you do that. Don't. Because let me tell you something. When you do that more, life will see to you that you are paid back in that coin. You would find yourself in maybe 5 minutes or 5 moments of fame. And the very same thing you have done to other famous people, other known faces, will now be done to you. And then you feel that pain, how it hurts. A lot of them have to stay indoors. Do you know how it's like to be consigned to staying indoors, to have to think up of a disguise that people will see through? You know, one of the blessings of the lockdown was the fact that when you are going out, I think it all taught all of us a lesson, really. I think what I just said will happen to everybody who dehumanizes or tries to steal the privacy and the real life of excuse me, try to steal the real life of known faces. Happened during the lockdown. Everybody stay indoors, do not come out. That is the life of most celebrities. They're used to it, so it wasn't a big deal for them. The rest of us who thrived on living outdoors, we were not comfortable with all of that. We had a hard time with that, right? We had a really, really hard time with that. And then when you're going out, put on a face shield or put on a face mask. Some people have to put on both face shield and face masks. And some had to even put on gloves. Isn't that what celebrities wear when they don't want to be recognized? You wore it for health safety. They had to wear it so that they will not be recognized and they can just go about normal and they end up looking weird, really. So you had to put on for your own safety what some people had to put on so that they can have a normal life. They can't go out with their face as it is. It's like their face has now become a curse to them or a jinx. They can't go out there and just, mingle with people, buy food stuff. You think it's the life. It isn't the life. You think they have it good. Yes, they have it good, but that is the downside of it. Just think of any time you want to harass or intrude yourself in the private off-screen time of anybody. Just think about the lockdown. Think about the lockdown. Think about how you have to wear face masks when you're going out. I can't. The jubilation of people when they said they don't have to put on face masks anymore in some countries was almost funny, because I was like, wow, y'all didn't want to live this for the rest of your life. It was just 2 years, ladies and gentlemen. It was just 2 years, and you have people that throughout their career, which spans into like all their life, because once you are a known face, you are a known face. There's nothing you can do about it. Even if you retire, people will still, and people had to live that way indoors, disguised when you are outdoors. They had to live that way for 20 years, 30 years or more. It is when they become irrelevant, and some of them, I think, deliberately had to kill their career so that they can have a life. Do you know how bad can it be? Can we just be... Look, you don't become more human by dehumanizing somebody else. So if you really, really love these people, and it's not just you being mean to them because they have something you wish you had, but you don't have the courage to have it, and then you're now making sure that they are never part of a world that they are entitled to, simply because they are famous and they're a known face. If you're really love them, when you see them in public, they are off duty, they are off camera. Let them be. Do you understand? Let them be. It's not even compulsory for you to say hello, because even you saying hello, their heart will just beat faster, because a lot of them are scared to even step out of the house. Some of them are shy. In fact, a lot of them are shy. So they're not comfortable with people having so many people around them. So all of a sudden, when they're going out, one person recognizes them, 3, 2, 4, and they're surrounded. Some of them have panic attacks because they're not, mentally speaking, they're not comfortable around people. The only time they can do that is when they are on set. And the hope is that I'm not going to do this forever. I'm just going to do this for a few moments. Then I can run into my private room and just, be at peace. So on that time they are venturing out, they just need to be left alone. So you don't have to greet them. So when I just see them, I'm like, I just look once, look twice, and I just go. I'm like, wow, I just look once and twice, like, oh, wow, this is how this person looks off screen. Nice. But I don't say anything. I just keep it moving. Because they are off work. They are off duty. I can only send them a DM if it's necessary, which I don't think it is. That, oh, I saw you at this market or on this street the other time, and I didn't want to disturb you. That is why I didn't say hi. But hi to you too anyways. And I think they would appreciate that. That, oh, thank you for allowing me. I mean, isn't it ridiculous where you need other people's permission, especially so-called fans, to actually be normal? They are normal people, ladies and gentlemen. I can't forget the fact that Michael Jackson, while he was still here with us, they had to shut down, how to buy out, kind of, a whole supermarket so that he can have a shopping experience. Something we all do. I'm sure that he paid more to have a private time. He wasn't trying to have a private time. He just wanted to have a shopping experience. Something he could have done if people were not going to mob him. It's mobbing. You might think it's adoration and love for your excuse me, I think it's adoration or love for the person you like, but it's actually mobbing. It feels like mobbing to them. And so they are here, they can't complain, but they are pained by the outcome. Like, they go out there, security has to come hustle them out of a place they intended to spend 2-3 hours in. So they had to close down the place at his request, and I'm sure he paid money so that they can move a trolley about and pick things and buy things like we all do. Don't you think that is painful to watch? When I watched that, I was almost crying because that was not funny. Let's not do that to people. It's a cruel thing to do. It's a cruel thing to do. Don't do that. Please, I'm begging you. Let known faces remain human. Do not take their humanity from them and, police their every movement in the name of fan something. Keep that fan whatever to their emails, to their DMs. Keep it there. The moment you are off screen and off your phone, that's it. Don't you think it would be nice, actually, if you see your celebrity walk past and you just don't say anything, you just walk past them, but you quickly, send them a DM that, hey, I just walked past you, nice. Although you don't say it in a way to me, you are stalking them. You probably just say, I was going somewhere and boom, look, I saw you. Like, it was nice seeing you out and about. Stay safe or something like that, and stay healthy, stay safe. I hope you get the things you're going for, and I hope you have fun. You understand what I'm saying? And maybe 1 or 2 more, 3 more, 5 more people does the same thing. It might not have a positive effect, of course. They will be like, oh my God, so they saw me, It might make them feel like staying at home more. But I think they will appreciate the fact that if you just put it and say, don't stay at home because of this, we just wanted to say hello, but we didn't want to disrupt your day by saying it to you while you are walking on the streets, And I'm sure they will appreciate that. Of course, you can ask them, like, if you're not comfortable with us telling you that we saw you, please let us know. So next time we would not say we saw, we would pretend like we didn't see you when we see you out there, so that you can just, be like the rest of us, like you are anyways. They are one of us. And they're human. It's funny how we amplify their mistakes and we expect morality from them while we are not living that moral life. It's like we've decided to mount them as some kind of idol that is perfect, because you are paying money to watch them. Like, if you think that paying much money to watch somebody gives you the right to rob them of their humanity and their normal social life, then please don't watch them. Yes, please don't watch them. Don't look at them. I hope you don't even know their names. That way they can walk past you and you don't know them and you don't have to harass them. And then when they don't respond, maybe because you don't know whether it's an emergency and they didn't even hear you, or they heard you but they just were not in the mood. Jeez, they were not just in the mood. And then you now... I don't know. Then you now come on social media. By the way, you didn't even tell us what you were doing there. I would just say put your face out there so that when we see you too, we can, do the same thing to you too. So if you're going to come and complain about what a celebrity did, the celebrity didn't greet you properly, or when you greeted them, you wanted to get an autograph, they didn't stand to talk to you for 30 minutes as long as you wanted to talk. You know what? Put your face out there too. Let's know your face. Let's give you the same treatment. So we too, when we see you, we'll stop you on the street and we'll talk to you for 30 minutes. It doesn't matter whether you have an appointment and you're already running late. No, you have to stand there and talk to every one of us for 30 minutes each. And if you dare, minus 1 minute from that 30 minutes, we will come and do what you have done to others on social media. We'll come on social media and say, this same person who said somebody can't talk to them, I tried to talk to her for 30 minutes, and get what? She wasn't even responding. Will people criticize me? Oh, yes. But people also criticize you too. And then you feel angry. How does that feel? Right? That I have the right to just barge into whatever it is that is going on without even caring what you're doing, or that you already have a schedule you have to follow. And I just think that I can just, get there and get 10 minutes out of your time. Why? Before you look, if I see anybody, I try to read inspirational stuff, but if I see anybody come on social media again to complain about how one celebrity is rude to them or anything, look, if a celebrity is rude to you, you don't have to come out and say that. Are they good at their work or not? They're good at their work. So if you don't like how the person responded to you, stop watching them. You don't have to spread the hate or spread the dislike. It's not necessary. At least when you see them next time, you walk past. Maybe that's the goal. Maybe that was the goal. Right? You are not in their world. You don't know them. You don't... you're not part of their everyday life. The day-to-day running of their life, how they function on a daily basis, you're not part of it. All you see is that top person who just comes on the screen and does their thing, that you watch and applaud and send likes and love and hugs to. But offline, you're not part of their family. They have families. They have people they care about and people who care about them. And I especially like reality serials that show the life of a celebrity and the life they live off camera. Like they do it as a fiction, And I think it helps us to see that these people are human. We should know that, but for some reason, we just don't see them as human the moment we see them on our TV screen. They're humans. Let's respect that. When next you see a celebrity, it's not compulsory to say hello, but just say hello politely, like you say to a stranger, because you really don't know them. Just say hello and move it. Whether they respond or not, don't just, you understand? And for some of you who some of you have the opportunity to talk to celebrities. Maybe they need someone to talk to, and you seem available. Maybe you contacted them on their DM, and then you got talking. Don't screenshot the conversation and post it out there because you want to be. Don't do that. Don't do that. If they trust you enough, you have to understand that they have been desperate and they need someone to talk to. Don't put their life out there. Discretion. Part of what makes you human, that you're discreet. That what people say to you stays with you. You don't become a newscaster. Nothing wrong with a newscaster though. But a newscaster says the news that people want to hear, with the permission of the people it happened to. Human interest stories and all of that. But this is somebody's private thoughts and private life. If they want everybody to know, they will blaze it on their social media pages for everyone to see. If they haven't done that, it's because it's private. Let's allow famous people, known faces to live like us. Before you argue with me, remember the lockdown. Do you want that again? No? Then don't put known faces on lockdown. The pandemic is over. Thank you. Well, guard your heart with all diligence, for out of it flows the issues of life. Remember, God has not given you the spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of a sound mind. Alafia. And that means peace.